So it is Monday. Gosh, I was connected to the days. I think it's the 12th. I think it's April 12th. I don't know why that matters. Hello, friends. Let's see. A lot has happened over the weekend since I last spoke with you on Wednesday. And many of you may know I got some disappointing news on Friday. And this morning already I've had like every emotion. And regarding that, I was in a pretty awesome place. I went to yoga this morning. I'm pumped. I have some stuff to talk to you about. But also, maybe my emotions are in like a range right now because then I haven't still heard or seen the news. It just was addressed in my yoga class that we had another devastating act of violence in our community. And also, lo and behold, my daughter's bike got stolen off our porch. Now, it's a little bike. I bought it for $40 last year, but I swear for a little while we weren't even sure if we wanted it. And it's like we couldn't get rid of it to save our lives. So we've been a little lackadaisical, but I've taken pride in the fact that our block is good, our porch is good. Well, husband has a camera. He saw the person come up and take the bike, which really kind of sucks. And found out I can't park on my block, so that's not awesome for the week. I mean, that's not like a deep problem, but just these little things. So it's funny to watch myself. I had a whole like inspirational chat planned, and now I'm just like, oh, seriously? The wind is a little bit out of my sails. I also want to keep these relatively short, but I do want to touch on some of what I was excited to share. And I mentioned a few things here. I mentioned ambivalence. That is something I'm really, really thinking about and working with a lot. I mentioned just noticing, and I mentioned equanimity. So how much does stuff knock you off of your base? And I got to tell you, and I'm getting a little teary right now, I just keep getting knocked off my base. Like I feel like my whole life experience right now is processing rejection. So that's really hard. And I like that Brene Brown says you don't have to share about things you haven't healed from yet. But frankly, I don't know if I'm ever going to be done healing. And I live in transparency. That's a choice. That's not anything anybody else needs to do, but it's part of my process. So, what happens when you have a lot of emotion is it's touching on a nerve and it's giving you information. So, I have a lot of information around rejection and the idea of holding yourself true from your center and like all of this work and healing to heal from the inside out. But yet at the end of the day, is it so easy for me to get kicked down from the outside in? So there's still work there. There may be forever because it's like my deepest wound. And also ambivalence. And I kind of want to like trademark a thing. There's a thing I'm playing with, but I can't be a person to just hold on to stuff. I just got to tell you what I'm thinking about. Ambivalence, mambivalence, like females, middle-aged females. I mean, that's who I am, right? So I can speak from experience, but it's also human. We deal with so much ambivalence. I know that I do. This like feet on two sides of the coin, this conflicting desire, this cognitive dissonance. If we want to just talk about body image and diet culture and smashing the patriarchy, we can like want to reject that we are impacted, hi Melissa, by all of these things. And yet at the same time, I can accept that I still kind of care about having like a rockin' hot bod. And yet I want to reject diet culture and I want to be whole and complete from the inside out. So that's just the most concrete example that I can share about, you know, carrying these really conflicting things with us from day to day to day. And so I can tell you this about not getting in. So if you don't know, I did not get in to the program for the fall. And it's a funny story because I had decided a long time ago that I don't have to go back for an advanced degree. I just need my life to work for me. And that's still something I hold true, right? But I can hold more than one thing true at a time. And I can tell you that if I had gotten in, I would be so certain and so sure and so amazed and so blown away. And I would tell you guys how it's like the most amazing thing ever. So I'm not being one of those people with a chip on my shoulder because I didn't get in when I tell you that I can also see that there's opportunity here. There's huge opportunity here, that I am not just going to be tied up in this giant external thing that's going to consume so much of my life at a time when I am very naturally pulled in many directions, when I want to be present for myself, when my number one objective really and my learning work is to heal and soothe my nervous system. I'm so excited to keep learning more about that. When there are several smaller goals that I have that would have had to be put on hold, I would hope the program I was in would touch on all of them. But I can name off the top of my head a short list of not insignificant things that I want to pursue in the meantime. So, freedom, and also the way in which I get really absorbed when I'm part of something and someone else was trying to explain to me, you know, maybe it would stifle too much of me. I'm not saying I can't, no, I'm not going to be on that side of the coin, but there's this way in which no doubt it would be all consuming. And now I get to have a little more freedom to just be and to pursue the same interests, but in a different way through all of these other things that are kind of dangled right in front of me right now. So that will unfold over time. Now, I'm also part of this wellness community. I mean, they are friends. They are just my people. And we like the products and the teachings put out by a company that has a huge and significant mission to heal people and heal the planet. And if you think about it, all of the major threads in my life, that's actually their purpose. You know, Minneapolis Yoga, Up Yoga, Dr. Hauschka Skincare, Purium, Wise Wellness. I align with entities whose missions are to heal humans and to heal the planet and to heal the ways in which we are in relationship with each other in life and in business. So that is part of this whole process, even though it's also part of my personal process. So what I just want to share about that is there's a group of people on lifestyle nutrition transformation right now. And where am I personally? I've been dabbling a bit in an intuitive style right now. I am going to align myself a little bit more with what I have experienced to be what we call the ultimate lifestyle transformation. It's an educated and informed way of eating to eat for maximum vitality. I'm going to align a little bit more with that right now. I'm still going to hold on to a bit of an intuitive approach because guess what? I got to finish my prereqs. And isn't that fun when you're finishing something for a goal that no longer exists? It's kind of like crashing your car and you still have to pay the car loan off. So anyway, this is going to be a month of transition. I need to be sharp. I need to be fresh. Transitions aren't always my favorite, but I gotta tell you, I am excited. I feel on top of these classes. I'm going to finish them strong. I'm going to have the credentials. I can apply to the program next year if I want to. That's a fact. I just honestly don't know if in a year I'm going to want to. And Spring. I'm going to be ready to kind of pull back a little bit. Even though there's still new things on my horizon, I just got hired as a trainer at the Y. I'm going to be incorporating that into my Y work. So, finishing classes, being present for myself and family, personal focus on healing my nervous system, and leading a little bit more into the really cool and awesome ways the Y job has become a bigger thing. And I'm taking Pilates training this spring. Woohoo, that's going to be fun. Mat Pilates and Reformer Pilates. So even as I try to dial back, there's already a lot of learning and integration on my plate, and I'm really excited about it. So that's where I'm going to leave it for today. I'm really sorry about the community news. I haven't even read or heard it yet, other than from someone else. So I know we're living through some hard times right now, you guys. And I feel the hope and like the dawn coming. And I'm really excited. The upside of not going to grad school is I don't have to go to grad school right now. So I'm going to be a little more free to be with you and have some of my creative pursuits. So, yeah, that's what I have for you today. That's Monday. A lot coming at you, and that's just where I'm at. So the notice and the equanimity, just going to try to be with it all, you guys. All right. Talk to you probably tomorrow and Wednesday. If you want to know anything about the Ultimate Lifestyle Cleanse, it's not just me, it's other people, friends, dear people in my life. So you can connect with different people. It doesn't have to be me. Okay, have a fantastic day.